Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold. If you are 50 and above, one of the biggest decisions aside from your financial situation is where and how you should live. Our professional staff at HOW stands for House Calls on Wheels, is ready to help you if you call 888-489-8980 for a free consultation as to whether you should stay in your current home or renovate it with a customized healthcare suite in your attached garage. Yes, you can have living quarters, healthcare suite in your attached garage, or we can attach it to your home. We can install ramps, walkways, and bathtubs, stair glides, and bring in insurance-covered medical professional medical staff that is covered by your insurance, or affordable non-medical help, or move into a senior apartment. Independent, assisted living center. We can do it all, or just give us a free call. It has been wisely said that in life you feel in one of two ways. You do without thinking, or you think without doing. Please let us help you do what's best for you to do at no charge. Just call 888-489-8980 and let us know what time we can call you or visit with you at no charge. Remember, asking for help is not a weakness, but it's a strength. Please call us at 888-489-8980 and let us help you stay strong and age in dignity. For over 30 years, Cruise Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruise Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like a free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruise Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. And welcome, and hopefully your day is off to a running start, or at least a good moving start. Of all of the tips on health I have come across, as many of you may know, since I've been doing this show now for close to half a century, 50 years. I'm a firm believer in looking at the bright side of aging, because the other side, the dark side, ain't so great. And I'm not looking forward to seeing the other side. If I do go, I'll have to get a big flashlight
Anyway, our show is devoted, as we described, that we try to alert you as to what wonderful things we have in our community. And one of the most important things, of course, is that you check yourself out in terms of your medical condition and also your mental condition. And the worst thing in the world is to try to isolate yourself and not get out. That's why I'm so excited about my daily activities, because I have so many great contacts in the senior community that share in my view. And we are so fortunate in our country to have all the resources that we have available. In fact, it's sort of frustrating because we have so many different resources, people are confused. And as the old saying goes, not to get overwhelmed. As many of you know, aside from good health, having friends that really care about each other in a meaningful way, plus having contacts that when you do have problems, that their help is available. I had the privilege of meeting with so many different individuals that are involved in providing services for seniors. And I like to give out our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. If you are a senior and getting a lot of runarounds on the, as I call it, voicemail jail, feel free to call me with almost anything that's on your mind that you feel I might be of help. And since I've been involved in the healthcare field for as long as I have, I was partners with my cousin with a small chain of drugstores called Owl Drugs. And Owl Drugs was spread out throughout the city, and including even in subcontracting in small hospitals. And our motto at Owl Medical, and my mission today too is we give a hoot about your health. And there are so many great resources that no matter how limited your income is, help is available. One of the greatest organizations that is not getting as much publicity as I feel it should is World Medical Relief. World Medical Relief couldn't have named their organization better. That's exactly what they are trying to do. They're based here in Southfield, and I'm so excited about having Kristin Kopp, who's the project manager of development at World Medical Relief. And I really look forward to the health fairs they have. They have one today, which is September the 17th, and also they're going to have a next one on October the 15th, 10 a.m. to 1 o'clock. If you'd like to get out there, it's in Southfield. We can give you the directions. It's right near 8 Mile in Southfield on the side drive, Melrose, in an industrial park. But keep it simple. Call 888-489-8980, and we'll be glad to give you the details. But who could better give us the details than Kristin Kopp, who is the project manager of development for the World Medical Relief. Hello, Kristin Kopp.
Hello, sir.
Well, it's so wonderful that we're getting a chance to talk to each other, because I've just gotten to know you a little bit and look forward to getting to know you even much better at the health fair. And I wondered if, first of all, what I like to do is have whoever I interview give a little background of their situation and what brought you to World Medical Relief. What is your background, Kristen?
So originally my background is in finance. Late in life, I really wanted to do something meaningful to give back to the community who graciously has given to me my whole life. So I decided to look into nonprofit work, and here I am at World Medical Relief, kind of just making everything move and groove.
Mm-hmm. So you got the whole world in your hands. Wasn't there a song about that?
Yes, I do. I sure do.
Well, I really enjoy getting over to World Medical Relief. It's such an upbeat place, and in the showroom, they've got different nostalgic type of products that have been involved in the medical field. And I don't mind sharing. I'm 86 years old, so there's a lot of stuff that in my world that is no longer used in today's pharmacies, like an Earl Meyer flask. And I like to use humor as well. And whoever is listening would like to make new friends, by the way, I conduct a monthly get-together. We call it New Friends, from 11 to 12 on Wednesdays. Well, actually, it's the second Wednesday of each month. And we provide light refreshments at the Caustic Senior Center, which is at 28600 West 11 Mile Road, which is just on the northeast corner of 11 Mile in Middlebelt. I cannot stress the importance of making new friends when you lose, unfortunately, people that are close in your life. And Kristen, that has been quite a change for you from being in the pharmaceutical world into providing services for seniors. Tell us a little bit about the various programs that the World Medical Relief. For example, I understand that they have an affordable prescription program. Is that correct?
Yes, we do. We have a lot of local programs that
tell us a little about it. What's involved? How does that work?
So our affordable prescription program,
the affordable prescription program, as I understand it, is that people that qualify can actually get their prescriptions for as little as $8.30. Is that right?
That is correct. We exist to remove that barrier when people are choosing between paying for their medications or their rent or their food. So once you qualify for the program, you can receive your medication, each medication, for $8.30.
And is there a phone number you'd like to give out if people are interested in finding out what qualifies them?
Absolutely. They can call our office at 313-866-5333.
That's 313-866-5333. And if they actually want to get medical equipment as well, you actually are looking for people who want to donate their unused medical equipment if they're functional, because you can then recycle them to the needy. Is that correct?
That is correct. You can benefit from the Durable Medical Equipment Program by purchasing things at a discounted rate, and anything you have in excess, you can donate to our warehouse on Melrose Avenue in Southfield.
Mm-hmm. So simply put, if someone has got, a wheelchair or a hospital bed that's functional, then do they pay for the transportation? How does that work?
If they have something to donate, we pick it up as long as it's within our area. So they could call our office, make sure that they're within our pickup area, and one of our workers would come on out with a truck and pick up the things like you said, like a hospital bed. If they have something small to donate, they can bring it to the warehouse.
Mm-hmm. And your hours of operation are what?
8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm. So if you're interested in getting prescriptions, if you qualify for as little as $8.30, and you can do that. And then you also will accept unused medications as long as it's not narcotics. And then you can recycle that as well. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Mm-hmm. So if you've got prescription drugs in your home, obviously you want to make sure that young people can't get a hold of them, but rather than throwing them out, which, by the way, is not appreciated or acceptable because it goes into our water system and what have you, just throwing it out in the garbage. So why not call World Medical Relief when it's necessary? And I would think that if people do not have transportation, that Smart Bus might be of help. But if you are in need for affordable transportation, that is one of the other things that I'm proud to promote, and that is call 888-489-8980, and I can help you coordinate working with Smart Bus and Smart Flex, by the way, will actually come to your door and take you to your destination, depending on your location, many times for as little as $2 each way. You can't get gas for that. Right.
You cannot. With the Affordable Prescription Program, you can also choose to have your prescriptions mailed to you for a small fee as well. If transportation is another barrier.
Wow. You can't make it any more convenient, and you can work it out with the doctor. And
we sure try.
And also, it's such a simple number to remember, 313-866-5333. So
you got it.
if you and the wonderful thing about the World Medical Relief is they not only are helping our local community, but you help people in third world countries as well, do you not?
Yes, we do.
And
we ship excess medical supplies.
Right. Well, think about it. Next to food, to be able to have resources that can help you in your medical condition, that pretty well gives you a terrific opportunity to have a decent life. And knowing that whatever you don't need can be given to the needy, that not only makes you feel good, but also fulfills our role in life. One of the missions that I always try to remind people was identified with a great scholar and philosopher, Maimonides. And his suggestion and his mission was to promote that how we can help one another. And his greatest line was that if you can help another person breathe a little bit easier because you have lived, you have been a success. And Kristen Kopp is there to help you coordinate those things. And tell me, Kristen, I understand you also get involved with blankets for people that are in need of some warmth. Can you tell us about your blanket drive?
Yes. So right now we are accepting donations for our blanket drive. Agencies, homeless shelters reach out to us around this time so that they can provide blankets for people in their communities, in their shelters, so that they have a little bit of warmth this upcoming winter. We also have hygiene kits that we put together. And again, those shelters and agencies will reach out for those hygiene kits so that everybody has a little bit of dignity. They can take care of themselves in a full capacity.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's the procedure? Let's say someone's listening, they have blankets, they give you a call, and in that case, they ship it to you, or is it fixed up? How does that work?
If they have blankets that they would like to donate, they can drop those off at our warehouse, but they're more than welcome to give that office number a call as well to make sure that someone's available, or they can go onto our website if they would just like to make a donation for purchase of blankets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it can't be any easier. Just give the number 313-866-5333 a call. So for your prescription drugs, blankets, if you want to donate, I am sure money is always appreciated as well, because the truth of it is that if you make a donation, you can actually have a deduction, because World Medical League is a nonprofit organization, which makes it actually one of the premier organizations, and they've been very highly recommended. But if you want to just have yourself checked out, today, of course, they're doing it till 1 o'clock, but October the 15th.
On Wednesday.
And Wednesday, 10 to 1, they're going to have Wayne Medical Mobile Unit that is unbelievable. They can actually, for free, provide you with the same screening that you would normally pay some serious money if you were not insured going to a doctor. For example, of course, they check weight, temperature. There's a lipid panel testing for cholesterol. The Wayne Mobile Unit, Wayne State Mobile Unit, which is my alum, by the way, actually checks for diabetes, kidney function, and of course high blood pressure screening. So, and it's free. Yeah. So by all means, please give us a call. Give them a call at 313-866-5333, or my toll-free number, 888-489-8980. And Kristen Kopp, I look forward to meeting you and working together for as long as possible. So make that possibility endless. God bless. Right now, great. I'm going to take a brief break, and we'll be right back. Please don't go away. We'll be right back.
When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now. If you are 50 and above, one of the biggest decisions aside from your financial situation is where and how you should live. Our professional staff at HOW, stands for House Calls on Wheels, is ready to help you if you call 888-489-8980 for a free consultation as to whether you should stay in your current home or renovate it with a customized healthcare suite in your attached garage. Yes, you can have living quarters healthcare suite in your attached garage, or we can attach it to your home. We can install ramps, walkways, and bathtubs, stair glides, and bring in insurance-covered medical professional medical staff that is covered by your insurance, or affordable non-medical help, or move into a senior apartment, independent, assisted living center. We can do it all. Just give us a free call. It has been wisely said that in life you feel in one of two ways. You do without thinking, or you think without doing. Please let us help you do what's best for you to do at no charge. Just call 888-489-8980 and let us know what time we can call you or visit with you at no charge. Remember, asking for help is not a weakness, but it's a strength. Please call us at 888-489-8980 and let us help you stay strong and age in dignity.
And I can't help but stress that magic word, dignity. I give seminars at different senior centers and different organizations, and I like to bring in professionals related to the healthcare field to promote what wonderful services we have available. So if your organization is looking for a speaker or possibly want to have a health fair in your facility in either a church or community center, just as was described earlier, that World Medical Relief has health fairs right in their headquarter office almost on a monthly basis, which is an 8 mile near Southfield. They're actually closer to Lodger. And then in Wayne County, there's also health fairs at different senior centers. If you're looking for free evaluations of your medical condition, by all indication for anything that you need, health related or financially related, if I don't have the answer when you call 888-489-8980, I'm so pleased that I have a resource group of over 100 different professionals that I personally interviewed as well as checked them out. And one of the things that comes up all of the time is how, if you are financially strapped, how you can get yourself back into a way that you can afford food and housing and health care. I get so many interesting type of projects, and one of them is Music Men's Minds, that actually found to help people in their mental situation with way of music. And we have drum circles that we can have, as well as different music presentations in your organization. I'd like to share that with you on our next visit, because right now I have to wrap it up. And our parting thought is that yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. And that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking at living life with a bright side of aging.
Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is IKE ENGELBAUM, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other and achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, EntrepreneursNetworkofMichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me. For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like the free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. If you are 50 and above, one of the biggest decisions aside from your financial situation is where and how you should live. Our professional staff at HOW stands for House Calls on Wheels, is ready to help you if you call 888-489-8980 for a free consultation as to whether you should stay in your current home or renovate it with a customized healthcare suite in your attached garage. Yes, you can have living quarters, healthcare suite in your attached garage, or we can attach it to your home. We can install ramps, walkways, and bathtubs, stair glides, and bring in insurance-covered medical professional medical staff that is covered by your insurance, or affordable non-medical help, or move into a senior apartment, independent, assisted living center. We can do it all. Just give us a free call. It has been wisely said that in life you fail in one of two ways. You do without thinking, or you think without doing. Please let us help you do what's best for you to do at no charge. Just call 888-489-8980 and let us know what time we can call you or visit with you at no charge. Remember, asking for help is not a weakness, but it's a strength. Please call us at 888-489-8980 and let us help you stay strong and age in dignity.
And I hope your day or afternoon or morning to be, or many mornings to be, are off to a running start. The key is to keep on moving. One of my favorite anecdotes about life is about these three guys who meet for breakfast every morning, and they usually just discuss the latest news or fun type stuff. One day, one of them says, "You know, guys, I'd like to have each of us share something serious. And we all know we're going to die. I wondered, what do you feel would be the greatest thing that after you pass away and someone walks by your coffin, what would you like them to possibly say? First guy says, well, I'd like to hear someone say that, gee, he was the most intelligent guy I ever knew. Anytime I got stuck with anything, whatever I asked him, he almost had the right answer the first time. If not, he would get back to me within 24 hours to correct himself. Second guy says, well, I'd like to hear someone say that I was the most enthusiastic guy around, and that any time I felt down and out, I would call him, and he would bring up my spirits. Third guy says, you know what I really would like to have someone say? And they also ask, well, what is that? I'd like to hear someone say, look, I think he's moving. The key is good humor has a lot of wisdom. The key to life, and unfortunately for those of us who can't move as well as we used to, it goes slower. For some of us who are totally incapacitated, having a positive attitude is the most important gift that you have. And now we're involved with entrepreneurship in a media and in a form I never thought would be involved. We always talked about the different things that might be happening, but who would have thought about how dynamic technology would revolutionize our world? And we all hear every day something that's incredible about artificial intelligence. And unfortunately, like all new things, is that there's a learning curve, and I am in that curve trying to keep up with all that's going on. And unfortunately, most people like myself don't have the patience or the time to really do what needs to be done. But guess what? As they say, only in America, we've got creative entrepreneurs who can help us on our journey for the future. I am so impressed and excited about having BRYAN SCOTT, who is best described as a creative entrepreneur, an artificial intelligence educator, and he's the co-founder of Great Scott Social Media. Is that great or what? Yeah, Great Scott Social Media is a Michigan-based agency known for helping businesses and professionals grow their brand presence through compelling content and modern marketing strategies. He's been at it over a decade of blending creativity and technology. BRYAN brings an insightful, real-world approach to digital engagement. He's also the co-host of the Creative Artificial Intelligence Show, which is a podcast that explores how artists, marketers, and entrepreneurs can use artificial intelligence to enhance their creative output without losing their human edge, whether breaking down the latest artificial intelligence tools or showcasing practical strategies for content creation. BRYAN is dedicated to making complex tech both accessible and actionable. BRYAN is known for his energetic and slightly sarcastic style, and he has practical advice. And as far as being energetic, I tried to get a hold of BRYAN before the show, and guess where he is? He was at the gym. Bryan delivers presentations that inspire creative professionals to embrace innovation and work smarter in the digital age. When he's not consulting or podcasting, he will be playing a guitar in a Detroit-based band, building clever prototypes, or trying out the latest artificial intelligence video tools. Bryan's mission, is to help creators and business owners using artificial intelligence and creativity to tell better stories, reach a bigger audience, and stay ahead in an ever-changing media landscape. Wow! Is that an introduction, Bryan, or is that an introduction? Yes?
Ike, thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate you having me on the show today and reading through the bio there in such an eloquent way. Really excited to chat with you guys today just about all the ways that we can use AI and not be afraid of this technology.
I wondered if we could discuss a few points, and that is, number one, why is the human element so important for the modern day marketing message?
So that's a great question, Ike. And a lot of people, now that we have tools available like, say, ChatGPT or Gemini, they are kind of switching their marketing message to become automated and let the kind of the robots and the AIs of the world do the whole thing. And what that's doing is, in my opinion, say in the world of social media or just marketing in general, it's kind of making it boring because everybody's using the same tool to generate the same output. So that's why at my company, at Great Scott Social Media, in making sure that the human element stays a part of the marketing message is essential. The people that you're going to be interacting with is what's important, not just a fancy bunch of words together in a fancy graphic and a fancy message, but humanizing it, getting that on-site content and making it so it's a real person looking at a real person is going to continue to be more and more important in modern-day marketing as AI gives so many other companies the tools they need to market, but maybe not to do it well.
Now, I hate to put you on the spot, but can you give me an example of a company that you worked with recently that, as they say, the before and after? What did they do before they called up Bryan Scott and suggested, hey, you should insert the human element in your marketing? Can you describe what happened?
I'd be very happy to do that. Absolutely. Thank you for asking. One of our latest clients, and we're out of Farmington Hills, Michigan, so close by is Livonia, Michigan, and there is a company called Game Day Men's Health, where what they do is they help men whom are 40 years and older that maybe don't feel as vibrant as they once did, with supplements and other tools to be able to get that strength back or get that hop in their step. And the owner of this Game Day Men's Health is a gentleman named Marvin. He is 74 years old. And I swear, and I'm pretty fit. Like you said, I was at the gym before, and I'm 40. I bet at 74 years old, this guy can still bench press or squat more than I can. He is extremely impressive at his age. And he's really an anomaly. And, before they hired Great Scott Social Media, they would get some marketing material collateral from their franchise, from, Game Day Men's Health in general, and then just be able to repost that on social media. And it eliminates the human element of who is this marvel named Marvin that owns this place. And when we're able to personalize his franchise to him, and when people come in the door, hey, they're looking for Marvin. They want to talk to this gentleman because he's such an inspiration. It's really able to take his marketing message and kind of put his money where his mouth is and say, hey, I use this product. I use this service. Look at me at 74 years old. This could be you. And that really, really helped explode his marketing message.
Now, your service of the Great Scott social media, is it applicable to almost any business, or are there certain professionals, businesses that you try to zero in on?
That's a great question. And as a marketing agency, I really don't think it's fair to just focus on one niche, because say I wanted to only help dentist office, all right? There's only so many dentist office in an area that I could help without starting to have a conflict of interest. So we make our marketing methodology at Great Scott Social Media be flexible enough that we can help almost every industry in some sort of way. We can take our methodology and the things that we've proven over, the last decade and mold it and change it to work for whomever the company is that we're interacting with. And that's one of the areas where we do use AI. When we add in a new client, we say, hey, here's our methodology, here's what we do. I want you to do a deep research, and this is us talking to the AI, about this specific company and figure out all the information about them, and then figure out how we can make it work to our methodology and kind of bridge those two together. So that way we're bringing the real human world element to their marketing message.
I like to do a little role play, as they say, and I don't want to throw you off track, but if, let's say, you were talking about your one example, this fellow that's involved with energizing people by way of mobility and all. I don't know if you've heard of Music Men's Minds. I am really excited about it because they're one of my new promoters, and they found a woman psychologist whose husband has Alzheimer's, decided to take out a set of drums and as a way to try to communicate with her husband. And she started playing the drums, then she took in some percussion instruments, and guess what? He is now almost back to normal because music actually connects with the brain, even when people have dementia and Parkinson's and other debilitating type similar conditions. I wondered if someone like Music Men's Minds wanted to come to Bryan Scott, what would you suggest how they go about marketing that concept?
That's a fantastic question. And you know what? We've actually done something similar to this. One of our previous clients was a Fred Astaire dance studio. And dancing and music do kind of the same thing when it comes to Alzheimer's and the aging brain. Because, when you're dancing, you're listening to that music, but you're still making those cross-brain connections in your head of the motion going with the music and everything. So we've done that work before. But if I were to, say, market somebody like Music Men's Minds, I would definitely start with the science of it. I think the way you led into that, Ike, was very fascinating, that the science side of it, that this is how to engage a brain that maybe is suffering from something like Alzheimer's. But then on top of that, I would have on-site video showing the gentleman who was, struggling with Alzheimer's, then engaging his wife in the, playing drums together and just showing those aha moments of when this is working and happening.
All right. Well, from your bio, you actually are into music yourself, right?
Yes, very true. And yeah, it's something that, is my motivating factor. It's kind of the why, to be able to get out and play with my band and, just be able to unplug and do things differently with my brain, and it helps just every other part of my life. So yeah, I get that, and that's actually, I wouldn't even mind, engaging them in a conversation, because I'd like to learn more about their technology and what it is that they're doing at Music Men's Minds.
Oh yeah, well, this could really be exciting because I'm a member of the Rotary Club, and there are now 50 clubs that are implementing drum circles. And not only that, they get choirs involved, and also even bands. And, you know, the more I talk about it, the more I sell myself on the really logical way that why it makes so much sense, and that with music, there's a beat. Your heart beats, right? And there's a certain rhythm when you dance. In order to avoid stepping on your partner's toes, then you better stick to the beat, right?
Right.
And
get those brainwaves in.
And the wonderful thing about something like that is universal. And I don't have to tell you as a musician that think about it. Music notes are universal. You can take the same sheet of music anywhere in the whole world, and a musician can play it from those notes. I just think that is so exciting. And on a practical basis, as they say, bring it on home, is with Great Scott social media. Why is it social media is so important to get found on Google? And what's your opinion about ChatGPT and Gemini? What are your thoughts on that?
Great question. So obviously business owners, one of the most important ways to grow their business is to be found online. So, for years and years, we've had Google as our main source of being able to find businesses when we needed a certain thing. And yes, social media does help with Google a little bit, especially if you're active on platforms like LinkedIn. But now that we are stepping into a new form of how we find our information online with AI platforms like ChatGPT or Gemini or Perplexity or Grok, there's a lot of these different platforms. And instead of them working like Google worked for years, where they work off of the basis of search engine optimization, where essentially it's a lot of stuff that you do with your website, and that's how you get found by Google, is by optimizing stuff with your website. Now that you have platforms like ChatGPT and Gemini, when they're not just trying to find the 10 most relevant businesses to your prompt, instead what they're doing is taking a more whole look at your company's digital presence and then suggesting the companies with the best online reputation. So that way they can comfortably suggest these companies through, say, ChatGPT or Gemini. So with your online reputation, there's a lot more that factors into that. So like your business reviews online, or but mostly your social media work, and being current and being active on social media is now more important than ever to be found using these AI tools like ChatGPT. So I've actually kind of changed the way that I sell social media management, and I now call it digital reputation management, because your digital reputation is what matters. And on social media, that's where you can be a leader in your community, in your industry, and get that online reputation that these AI tools need in order to suggest you.
Now, if someone wants to get a hold of you, what's the best way?
Well, our website, greatscottsocialmedia.com. There's contact forms on there to be able to reach out. We can work with local companies here in Michigan, but also we work nationally. If we do have a company that's further away, one of the only things we might not be able to offer is the actual on-site visit. But we can still edit and take any content that they send us, say on their cell phones or with their cameras, and we can still turn it into on-site content. So there's ways to work around that. But yeah, reaching out to us through greatscottsocialmedia.com is the way to go.
Greatscottsocialmedia.com. And of course, talk about human connection. I still like to pitch my toll-free number, 888-489-8980, and talk about human being connections. Our entrepreneur network meets once a month. Our next meeting is going to be the 25th of September. That's the last Thursday of this month. at the 8:30 in the morning to 9:30 at the Scramblers Restaurant, which is conveniently located at 12 Mile and Orchard Lake Road from 8:30 to 9:30. And I look forward to maybe having you as a speaker, Brian, because you sound like you know what you're talking about. So 8:30 on the 25th. And I just wondered, just a couple of questions. What do you see as the future of creativity?
I love that you asked that, because what's great about the future of creativity is that it's going to go and explode in so many different directions, because the barriers to entry of creativity are going away. So what I mean by that is, say if you wanted to be a movie producer 20 years ago, you had to really be the cream of the crop of movie producers and go to school and go through all of these things. Now all you have to do is have an idea, and you have to know how to write a prompt and be able to go and use these AI tools, and you could produce a movie in your own, at your desk at night at 11 o'clock at night and work until 2 in the morning and have something that's a really high-quality creative project that before would have been unfathomable to try to be able to do, whether you didn't have the budget for it or just the resources to get it done. Now that the resources are here with AI, the future of creativity is going to level up so much, because the barriers to entry to get into this are now gone.
Tell me, this is off track possibly, but if so I didn't know that whole concept. I have quite a few people that would like to pass on for their family their life. Could you use your talents in having a movie made of their life on a personal basis? Is that doable?
That would be a fantastic use of the AI tools, for sure. Especially if they've got, photo albums over years, and they've got stories that they've told and all these different things. We can, marry all these technologies together and produce quite the engaging bit of content. So yes, that would be a whole new business direction. And that's what, and I know you're friends with my colleague Rosh, and that's what we mention a lot, is that there's going to be, people are so worried about AI coming in and taking everyone's jobs in different directions, but there's going to be so many new industries that open up because the barrier to entry to do stuff like this is so much less. So that example you just gave right there, Ike, is something that maybe that's an industry that didn't exist before, to have a movie made of your life. Because, who would want to drop, the tens or twenties of thousands of dollars that would have cost before? But now with AI technology, you could do it a whole lot more cost effective.
Wow, that's exciting. I've got a client in mind that I've got to call you right after the show. So be mentally prepared, Sir Brian, okay?
I love
it. And for those of you who are still like the old, I hate to say old, but aside from getting hold of Brian through his email, call 888-489-8980. Brian will have you on the show umpteen times in the future, speaking of the future. Right now, unfortunately, I got to wrap it up because I've run out of time, and I never want to leave my segment on entrepreneurship without my favorite quotation, which is, if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.